to first appreciate each and every one of you. I want to tell you all thank you for being with me, for sticking to the message of Governor Eziokwu. Let me reduce the music so that you'll hear me. Tag somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Tell them that Olilanya is here. First, I want to thank each and every one of you, my fans, friends, great ones amongst you, and even those who alongside at the corners of our enemies, even when it is not necessary. For about 2 days now, I have not appeared on this live broadcast for obvious reasons. But right now, I have to come here and speak. On one day, for Naya Kona Akuziri here. Whether your father uses a harsh tone to caution you or a calm tone, what matters is he chastises you. He loves and cares for you, and that's why. Few days back, I decided not to make a live video, and I want to tell you my reasons here. First of all, after telling you my reasons, I will then apologize to these people and I move on with my life. First, I went to Abuja. Sinclair, welcome. I went to Abuja. I went for different things in Abuja. And I had the opportunity to sit with some well-meaning sons of Igbo extraction, great and powerful, average, strong, tough, weak, poor, rich, and also those many of you assume to be common man. I sat in closed doors meetings with very many of them. Some had the opportunity to stand and talk with me. I had the opportunity to only stand and talk with some of them. And Abuja taught me a lot of things. Abuja impacted into my life. Some of these are big brothers and uncles. God gave me the opportunity to stand and talk with them. More pictures I'm going to post. Here is my picture with Ogama Doncha. The man at the middle is Zenko Communication, a well-respected Igbo son and a very powerful one. I had the opportunity to also meet with Chief Nicholas, who also donated a 100 million naira to Akurulo. He's also their member. I met with very many of them, but cautions were laid to my heart, to my feet, to my legs, to my head. So as such, there are many of these people who watches me that I never knew before now. I never believed. Many of them watches what I do on the internet. But to my greatest surprise, many of them held my ears and placed cautions upon me. That's why all through yesterday and today I couldn't make any video. I had to ponder over so many things. The opportunity of meeting with so many of these people made me to understand that I must retrace my steps. Fact and straight to the point, I met with some of these our big brothers who cautioned me seriously. Their cautions goes this way. One, that I will take to heart and that I will never toy with. Each time I sleep, it will be beside my bed. I just returned back to Port Harcourt. And after a bit rest, I think through. Please, all these our great leaders, great uncles, well-respected uncles in Igbo extraction, in Igbo land. Please, I do apologize for engaging into certain words, exchange of words with some people who never matters at all. So I use this opportunity, it's a very brief video, to apologize. I never knew that you watches me. Many of them laid cautions on me to go back to my normal teachings I do before. Almost 3 of them pointed at it in different seats, different points. And even the next day, I had the opportunity to also meet with 1 or 2 persons also who equally invited me and spoke to me and said, Governor Eziokwu, go back to your normal teaching. Leave these people. So the essence of this video is to also readdress my fans, make you to understand that I'll go back to my normal teaching, to the normal things I do before. Completely, I will ignore these ranters. I will ignore them. My apology straight goes to these great men who sees the opportunity, who sees it as necessary to call me, sit me down, talk to me, to ignore and move ahead. Dear uncles, dear leaders, I so much appreciate, on behalf of my dad, everyone, every members of our family, please, I beg of you to kindly forgive for engaging in certain arguments with people that are not necessary. Please, I beg of you, I never knew that your eyes gets to what I do on the internet. So, whichever means, ways I have gone down the trench with them, I am very sorry. I off my clothes from there, pick up my bathing soap, refresh my memory, and move on with the responsibilities of life and to the things I do on the internet. You won't see me engage with these people anymore. I will do certain of my best to ignore them. Okay? I will definitely back off from them completely. You won't see me go down the trench again with them. I will ignore them. Thank you for also acknowledging that I was right. But many of you said, even if I am right, it is not necessary. Thank you also for also seeing the need to believe in my little vision. So, please, thank you for whom you are. Thank you. I know your words, your counsel is very, very wise and is a very big privilege to me. Having your mouth right straight to my ears. I give you a word of promise that I'll do my best. It is not easy to manage some of these people. Many of them, you see, wakes up from their bed, fabricate things, put it up there. I've also gotten some messages of threats from different angles. Of course, I know they won't do any trash. They won't do any shit. They are just at the beckons of noise. That's whom they are. That's what they do for a living. It's all about threats. It's all about fabricating things. Gang up because of the last peanuts they will get. But I assure you, sir, I assure you, I'll do my best to avoid them. I'll do my best to avoid them. Like as I said, I never knew that my words on the internet goes far to your ears. I never knew that the videos I make goes far to your desk, to your table. But thank you for also seeing that there are things I do before on the internet that is so much appreciated. So I say a very big thank you, and I do apologize for disappointing very many of you by engaging in an unnecessary argument, fight and quarrels with these guys, I repeat, that doesn't matter at all. So I'm sorry for doing so. As I also returned back, I consulted those around me, spoke to my dad, spoke to friends, and told them this is the counsel I got. And everybody gave me their support to obey your voices. So always do your best to also call me back whenever you see it that I am falling apart. Monies are not necessary at this point. Monies are not what I need. Cars and beautiful houses is not really necessary to me. What matters is your advice, such as you've given, your advice, your chastisement and courage to call on my attention. I will stop, sir. I will stop, as I vowed to do before you all. I'll do my best to stop. But sir, I also want you all to remember that these people are not always tired in their quest to quench truth. Lastly, the moment we ignore them completely, they will think that what they are doing is right. I pray that amongst the youth, amongst the Igbos, amongst our people, in due time, people will differentiate from good and bad and learn, even if many of us are not saying anything anymore. But I pray wisdom comes upon our people. I just pray that the author wisdom will befall our people, because without these voices, I don't know how they are going to learn. Lastly, I will not drop it completely without saying these things. I also want to tell you, make this known to you, that days ago, the dates are with me, the voice notes are with me, when somebody made a comment of threatening a particular blogger, asking the blogger to go and pull down a post and tender an apology video to one of their gang. Sirs, like as I said before, my tongues will be chewed not to say everything. These are the angles, the areas I wanted to go, hence I gather my facts, so that I would bring it to the ears of the general public that they may listen. And at the end of the day, threat to this young man's life was laid. But nevertheless, I pray understanding comes up among our people, that they will understand whom these people are and what they are doing to our society. As I back off from them on this blessed day of 10th December 2024, I tell you and make this as a promise and as vow before God Almighty, that nemesis will bring them out. The day I will return will be on the return of silence. And as you've said, according to your advice, I heed. Many of them will remember the impact we've made. Many of them will remember the roles we've played here by cautioning our people to be very, very careful, smart, and display intelligence when it is needed. Sirs, I also pray this step doesn't affect my Sunday teachings as a thrown arrows of caution to the church. I also plead that that side shouldn't be touched, that I may continue with the gospel hours on Sundays. that I may also continue in my recovering programs. This is an appeal that I may continue on that side of my recovery programs and will also follow your guidance. Change of approach towards doing it. It will be amended a little. But I will assure you, on the areas of the argument you heated so strong, fighting people that are not necessary, that language is a key pad before my fingers. And as I wake up in the morning and wipe off my face, it will also leave a scratch on my face that I will always remember. Also do well, as I have appealed to you before, to always remind me to stay guided. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Lastly, to my fans, I want to bring this clearly to your own notice, that I am not afraid of any idiot whatsoever. None of them is qualified to remove or shift my peace of mind or my comforts. And none of them is qualified or have the capacity to shift a hair from my head to the backside. They are only noise makers. As far as you know, if we were chaff as expected, by now they would have dealt with us. I also had to appear on call via a live broadcast today where I spoke to somebody on the call. They also talked about how they've gotten information about plans, that some people get plans, say they won't buy me. Those things are also important, but believe me, none of them can do anything to me. It still remains a silent challenge to them that they can't do anything to Governor Eziokwu. And I didn't make this decision because of them. They are as tall as the empty cupboard that looks so explosive, but bringing it closer, you'll find out that it's not even hot or warm again after being used. So they don't worth anything. They don't amount to any strength. They are only noise and noise and noise and noise. They got nothing, capacitor or anything. So I am not saying these things because of them, for fears of those barbaric animals. I'm not saying it because of them. I'm only saying it because there are people that matters. There are people that their words must be respected. And for the sake of them, who has called me to order, who had decided to have a minute's conversation with me, not by merit, not by money, not by capacity or whatsoever, but because of the love they have for me, because of their kind mind towards truth. That's why they called me to order. And none of them has ever told me to be afraid of them. They didn't tell me such thing. They only told me that they don't matter at this point. What matters is that job I was doing in the beginning, teaching of my herbs, depth recovering, and the spiritism teachings. Even me, myself, there is one man I never believed that watches me. But to my greatest surprise, I heard directly from the horse's mouth. So I think it's a very big and great privilege for anybody to tell me that they spend 30 minutes, including you that watches me here. You have done well. I so much appreciate. Ndebanye, or it easy to ignore rabbit diggers, but I'll try my best. It's not easy. You know, if you also think if it's you, it's not really easy. But I'll do my best. We'll do our best. I also want to thank this man. Hold on, let me find his name. I think he's an Igbo politician, but based in Lagos. He's a politician from Igbo extraction. Let me find. I didn't save his number, but this man has been there. Think the only Igbo man elected who won election in Lagos, or either before or now, don't know. But this man has been a great man. So let me find his name. Think either he once went to House of Assembly or House of Reps in Lagos. He's a well-respected Igbo man. He's a great man. So let me know his name and also appreciate him. Leader, good evening, sir. Achọ m ịjụ gị, sir. Enwe one thing ịjụ gị biko. Okay, 10 minutes, sir. Okay. Says I should call him back in 10 minutes time, so I will not be able to meet up. But his name is something I can't remember. He's based in Lagos. I think once elected, the only Igbo man once elected in Lagos State, or currently, is he now or before? The only Igbo man that they elected in Lagos. Or now, or not currently now. Okay. So the man, I also appreciate him. We appreciate him. We appreciate him for being there. This man took his time to call me severally and also used one word. Governor Eziokwu, Obro Mago. His parable says also na Obro Mago. Gasoro nketa rowe egwuregwu, nketa ata ya no ye bela akwa, o ya nwa ka osoro ya. That's his parable. That parable was so powerful. No, it's not Joe Igbo. Obu Joe Igbo. Obu Joe Igbo. Obu Joe Igbo is not elected. Joe Igbo, I think, appointed. But Onyenka is either elected currently or from a check go there and Google, let's know his name. So that man has called me severally, despite his level, despite everything, despite his busy schedules. This man has always kept me on the call, advice. Governor Eziokwu, do like this, withdraw like this, don't. So I appreciate that man. I appreciate that man. So all the same, let me also say this in the open here. Henceforth, if I'm on live broadcast, anybody brings any argument of the past, whatever anybody is doing in the other way, and Ogago on the Bogago, Judo, the mother, it should be. Huh? Lagos State House of all Lagos State House of Assembly on OMG save for number here. Look at it. That's what I saved it with. Lagos State House of Assembly. So I also appreciate these people. Why I had to call him here is like taking him unawares. It's for you to confirm what I'm saying. Yeah? So I so much appreciate these people. I must respect them. It is necessary. Learning is one undisputable source of knowledge. When people bring up issues regarding these people to my page, hence I'm on live video, what they are saying, what they are doing, I block you. Okay, I won't mention his name. That's fine. So I only want to tell him thank you. I know